Dave Weedan. I'm with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm the Regional Watercraft Safety Coordinator for an 8-state Midwest region here. And we're doing boat safety training for our employees. All of our employees who run boats have to go through a week-long watercraft safety course. Most of the people that get hired, the hiring policies nowadays, used to be they'd hire somebody that had experience, but now it doesn't work that way. So we need to train people on safety and how to operate our boats. And that's what's going on here today, this week in Alpena. The Alpena office, which you wrote down, the Alpena Fish and Wildlife Conservation Office, is hosting us this week. And they have a couple students and a couple instructors in the course here. I came from La Crosse, and there's students here from Columbia, Missouri, way down by the Quad Cities, so they had a long drive. And there's one here from far southern Illinois, Carterville, Illinois, at some of our stations over there. And there's also students here from Green Bay Fish and Wildlife Conservation Office. So we've got 9 students we're training here, and 4 of us instructors this week, and we're having a good time enjoying Alpena.
Is this something you do usually here during the summer on a regular basis?
We do it all around the 8-state region, and we usually try to go to the areas that have the most students so they don't have to travel quite as far.
Sure.
But this one being the last course of our field season this year, where it's kind of a mop-up thing where some of the late hires had no choice. If they wanted to get in this last course, they had to come here.
Sure. Okay.
So we try to spread it around. There's the sea lamprey control stations in Michigan provide a lot of people that need this training. So Marquette and Ludington both. We have usually a course every year at those places in that area, and we get around Alpena here probably once every couple of years and put on courses.
Okay.
So
I can't wait, they're coming up.
yeah, what they do is we have a combination of, we have a pool session where they're taught rescue situations, how to wear different PFDs and how they react, survival situations in case they are capsized and end up in the water someplace. We have a combination of classroom aside from that where we teach them a lot of safety aspects, a lot of our policy, and also how to drive a boat safely and a lot of those things.
Sure.
And then they get a lot of hands-on, which makes, I think that's the high point of the course, is they get a good amount of time on the water and operating the boats hands-on with an instructor on board. And we set up slow speed courses, high speed courses out on the lake, so it gives them boat handling skills and practice.
Sure.
Otherwise, that's about it. It's a good thing, that the taxpayer money is going to a good cause here, that we're training our people, and the taxpayers fund us and pay for our boats, and this is definitely helping our safety and helping us be more efficient.
Well, with Alpena being directly on the water,
it's
a requirement.
It's a great place to do it here.
Something that came across my desk that was interesting was that something that I didn't even know is that 2 gentlemen downstate had bought a jet ski, and evidently there is an age requirement for the jet ski. Do you know anything about that?
A lot of the states are different, and me being federal, I try to keep up a little bit. I'm more aware of Wisconsin and Minnesota. I don't get in Michigan dealing with the state regs quite as much. But a lot of the states are implementing stricter rules now for certain types of watercraft. And some states in the country, around the nation now, are actually, which is probably long past due, they're actually making a requirement that people under a certain age actually have to take a boat safety course of some type to be able to operate a boat.
Sure. Well, what had happened was that the one gentleman had bought the watercraft, and he allowed his friend to use it. Well, the friend didn't have any training on the water in this particular craft, and he got a ticket for it.
Sure.
So I was like, really?
That's possible. Yeah.
It was very surprising. I'd never heard of it. So.
Well, it's probably overdue that the states crack down a little bit on that, because, to drive a car, you have to have a license. You have to go through a lot of training and be at a certain age. There's no regulations, or has not been for many years, on driving a boat.
Sure.
A 10-year-old kid can hop in some great big boat with a high-powered motor, and there's nothing saying he can't drive it.
Right. Exactly.
So things are changing, and it's probably for the good. That there's safety is of more importance now.
Sure.
They're starting to come across. The courses we put on, there's a lot of courses available through different agencies and places that are strictly online courses taken on the computer, and they're popular, but get people from all different agencies trying to get into our courses. It's one of the few courses that has a week long and hands-on parts of the course where they really learn a lot. So.
Sure. Okay.
So anyway.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you bet. And I'll check in on your article. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.